Hello everyone, Juicebags here, playing a little Orcs Must Die 2. Today I got to get together with Cheetah, who has been just ripping it up on Passages Endless Mode, and do a little co-op with him, show me his secrets. So this strategy we're using is derived from Wyatt's Passages strategy. He's the one who first came up with this box idea back here. Basically, we're going to barricade off a little entrance with a push trap and some tar, and we are going to push them over into an acid sprayer, scorcher, a spring trap, a steam vent, and finally up into a grinder. We could have used a little bit more coin to start, but this is what we had, so that's the initial setup. Now it takes a little while for the orcs to get down to you, so went on it and jumped ahead there. And you see Cheetah is using the wind belt and blowing them over into the push trap, making sure that the timing is right on the push trap, so you get credit for the wind belt and the push trap and push trap stun in the combo. And then I've got the vampire gauntlets, just doing a light peppering on them as they're coming across in the air, and then spraying up into the air as they go up. You see there's some nice combos there. Little jar of ghosts in the mix. Now we were able to get a couple of 15x combos. I'm not sure exactly how many we have. I know we did get multiples. But we got a ridiculous amount of 14x's, and if my math is correct, one 14x combo is just under 500,000, like 400 to 500,000 points, and we just got tons of them. So that's how we were able to get that score up so high. All about the timing. You know, your teammate has to be timed together. Wind belt into push, gauntlets, and then spray up. We had a little overkill on that one, but that's alright. You guys get the concept. And we're able to get some nice combos right there in wave 1. Had multiple 13x's. And there we go, that's how you start this thing off. And once again, we're going to go ahead and jump ahead there to where the orcs actually ran down to us. Since it took us so long, we just stood there and waited for them, essentially. And start this wave off nice. So 11 and 12 there. Now, one thing I definitely noticed is that Cheetah never has a mana problem. Now, I personally, when I'm using the wind belt, I'm always having mana problems. It tells me that my wind belting strategy is not the best. Here's some nice ones. You see his mana bar is full, and he's on the War Mage. Got a little spray over there, it's alright, just blast them all down. Remember, even when you're blasting into stuff or dealing with other stuff, every time those mobs go up in the air, you have to be spraying them with the vampire gauntlets if you're that guy. Or whatever weapon you choose to bring. Yeah, another nice little spray of 11s, a couple 12s in the mix. And all that you do, essentially, with a few exceptions, like going and killing sappers or killing gnolls or whatever is coming in, you do the exact same thing right here in this kill box, as long as you can make it. And It never gets boring though, because you keep seeing all these massive numbers. And there's another wave closed out with a very solid score on it. Go ahead and jump forward one more time here. Okay, now we're at wave 7, the go break there. And we're going to throw some, we're going to start seeing sappers come out, so we're going to throw on some dummy barricades. And then Cheetah's got a little sapper trap there, which is also very handy with the gnolls. Couple of grinders, because they're going to run up to those barricades right behind there. And then just setting in a little bit more filtering right here. Try to filter down the big guys. I was thinking Cheetah was going for another sapper trap here, but he was actually wanting a filter. But we eventually get it right here. Move the barricade over a few times. So you had that grinder down on the ground. It took us a minute to figure it all out here.
They'll go where I want them to.
And then one more little adjustment. There we go. So wave 7 is the first wave that can really pose a little bit of a challenge to you. I just threw some dummy barricades around just in case there. And we're going to have goblin sappers come in this wave also. Not a whole lot coming down yet. They of course had a long way to run. And we see we've got a troll there. Little goblin sapper. They are indeed the most challenging addition to the game so far, the goblin sappers. The kobold sappers, everyone got used to dealing with them. Gonna be a while for those goblin sappers. Those guys are quite the pain in the ass. And we got a little action out box, so I just want to come back here and maintain until Cheetah gets back. And poor timing there, but that's alright. There's a nice 12. This wave is very challenging until you get used to it. You know, when you first really take a look at it, really play it, and get used to dealing with the sappers and the gnolls, it becomes quite the easy match. Yeah, a little bad timing on that one, a little overkill, I think. And even just on the little packs of 2 and 3, you can't give up any opportunity. Those 12X's are 100,000 points or something like that. A little over 100, I believe. And those things just rack up like crazy. Definitely a nice little kill box here that Wyatt thought up. Very close to the rift, but no better spot. And let's go ahead and pop forward again. And we have some gnolls and sappers coming at us again. Quite a few more sappers this time, the little goblins. But of course, you know, easy enough to handle. And it's kind of nice with your traps down this end, because for the most part, you know, a few of them run upstairs, of course, but for the most part, they run straight towards you. And it's very easy to take them down on this map. And taking the scenic route there. Seeing if there was any more of those little guys. There was one more. And just a ridiculous box, you know. I mean, we got 15 X's. It's the highest possible at this moment in co-op, as far as I know. And they got a good little path thing that they have to walk through to you. That was a good burst of them. Oh yeah. 12, 13, 14. Wow. That's an awesome burst there. Each one of those 14 X's. Like I said, I'm pretty certain that they're almost half a million points. That is the bread and butter. So how that works is essentially a 14X is going to give you the same amount of points as two 13s. And then a 13 is going to give the same amount of points as two 12s. Well, that means a 14X is going to give the same amount of points, you know, as two 13s, of course, or as four 12s, or as 8 11s, or as 16 10X's. So just that one orc can, the score value just compounds the higher combo you can get on each one. Now you see we are taking quite a bit of barricade damage up here, but it's no problem. We didn't have any money issues really, so it was pretty easy for me to get those barricades replaced whenever they were beat down. So yeah, just replace them out whenever you need to. No big deal. Even those guys, you're not going to get any big combos off of them, but you can get little ones. I think we saw maybe a 10x on a couple of them. Well, just whoever's on barricade duty, make sure you're there and ready to replace them when you need to. You know, especially as you get up in waves, you don't have as much time in between, of course. And we've got one more straggler somewhere. So anyway, let's just go ahead and jump ahead. I'm going to replace these out as soon as that straggler's gone. And there we go. This is wave 15. Just getting started on it. Things get a little, definitely get a little more challenging in these later waves. Lots of kobold sappers, lots of goblin sappers, lots of yetis, lots of gnolls. Can't get a break, you know? Got my head smashed in there. That was one of the nice things about playing with Cheetah. Not that there is many problems in the OMD community, but he's very quick to compliment you when you do good things, and he doesn't give a shit if you jump in the drink or do whatever, like I just died there. But Cheetah is a very good co-op partner. Anybody gets the opportunity to play with him, it's in your best interests. Nice person. which is always good. You know, the Orcs Must Die community for such a small indie game is it's got a very diverse international community. There was some awesome ones. So you have to, at this point, you have to spray into them. I remember I said in the beginning, just to lightly pepper them a little with the vampire gauntlets as they're coming through the air. You need to spray into them a little bit more because you need to get, get them beat down. See, there we have, underkill. Still getting nice combos though. So whoever's on Vampire Gauntlets kind of has to adjust the amount of spray that they use. There's a 15x. So if a 14x is worth almost $500,000, then a 15x is worth almost $1 million. I don't remember the exact number. I thought like a 13x was like 230,000 or something like that. It's somewhere in that range. But nice 15x there. Even in some of the more complex boxes, you don't see a lot of 15x combos because there's a luck factor too with all the timings just adding up perfectly. Having the exact amount of, no underkill, no overkill. So luck is definitely a factor with that, even for the, like I said, the best players out there with the most complex boxes.
Sometimes I almost feel bad.
When someone finds the way to consistently get 15x combos, like we're consistently getting 14s in this one, that's when ridiculous, ungodly scores will come into play. This one that we set here is pretty high. Jumping forward again. Just under 100 million on this one. So disappointing. I think if you do the math on the score, we would have needed like one 8x combo or one 9x combo to get over 100 million. But at 99 million, that is still the highest score on any map from Orcs Must Die, I'm pretty sure. Legitimately, anyway. So we're putting another stage of filtering in here. Gonna move these barricades around and have the filters going down both sides. Just figuring out what we want to do here. I thought we were going to do a right down the middle sort of thing, but then I thought Cheetah maybe wanted to make them go back and forth just a touch. There we go. And then the one sodas. We want them to hit all three of those grinders. Anything that comes through. So that forces them around there. Doesn't give them an option. And you have the barricade over on that spot where you can't put a grinder on the wall, so you don't have to worry about the separation at all. Which is nice. Got to get as many filters in as you can because the fewer big guys you have to deal with, that and all those grinders up along that wall give you a nice little kiting spot to take gnolls and such through, which is another very sound part of the whole plan. Get rid of the big guys before they get to your, little box DN, because our kill box DN has no real stopping power. A combo builder and nothing else really. And of course, that's the way it has to be. And you see we got our setup pretty much finalized back here. Got another little path of filtering there. We had to barricade off to get them to come down that close to the grinder down the hallway there. And then this is that awesome gnoll cutting area too I mentioned. Oh, we got some gnolls coming. You have to be very active with the vampire gauntlets. You can't just spray into it like you can with the crossbow, or sit there and try to pluck headshots or whatever. You have to manage your mana pool and your health. Which at first seems a little laborious, but once you really learn how to do it well, you can hold off just about any single mob for almost an unlimited amount of time. Got wrecked up there. Some mean-ass gnolls. This was probably the toughest gnoll wave here. When we finally did get overrun, it was overrun. It was not like this. It was substantially worse. But there are a lot of gnolls to deal with there. Well, it's still finding a way to get double-digit combos there. You see we got some underkill, so I threw down another Scorcher just to try to add a little bit more stopping power to it. If you could find a way to make it even farther, you could put Scorchers on the other side of the barricade pointed in. And maybe barricade it off out there or whatever. But even, it's all about managing the overkill and underkill. And that's the duty of the Vampire Gauntlets guy on this particular map. As I mentioned before, spray into them heavy when it gets to these points. You can even, like I'm taking just a couple of light shots at them while they're up against the wall. And you see we're still able to get the combos that way. Got to soften them up some. Don't want to kill them, but you want to make them a little bit softer. And there's a couple nice combos too. When you first start playing Orcs Must Die, and you really, you like what it's all about, and you like the strategies, and you like, the challenges, you have a lot of fun. And then if you're the type of person that's going to get into the high scoring aspect of the game, it adds a technical difficulty, so to speak, to the game that escalates that fun factor even huger. There's nothing better than seeing combos like that just ripping off in your kill boxes. Yeah, this is a very challenging wave here. Lots of big elementals, but we're getting them. Getting a few of the ones outside beat down. And the elementals, even though they have the pain in the ass aspect of them, splitting apart and losing all of their afflictions, they're also probably the easiest to CC. They're very easy to headshot. They don't sway like the trolls or whatever. I mean, it's not as easy as the ogres, but still pretty easy. And we're still knocking out the 13s there. Getting every last one. So we knew it was very close to the end for us, so just trying to get every last little combo in that we can. Beautiful little kill box there. Absolutely ridiculous. This is one of those maps that is made for endless mode, and there at some point will be some ungodly 150 million score or 200 million, whatever, on it, because there's a lot of orcs. There's a lot of combo opportunities. And get pushed back pretty good here, but able to control them. And still get a little bit of spray over into the box. And good to the last drop. Oh, we got some ogres coming in. The old Frosties. He's almost dead anyway. And we got a bunch more elementals behind him. So we got the old stun lock chain here for what feels like forever. But if you watch me, you know, not that, don't get me wrong, I'm nowhere near as talented as a lot of these guys are with the vampire gauntlets. It's not my chosen weapon. I use the crossbow more than anything. But if you cycle your mana and health properly, basically as soon as you get your health bar full, you pop it off for some mana because you're going to keep restoring your health. You can keep something stunned for almost an indefinite amount of time. And then the whole point of the vampire gauntlets, of course, is it's hitting everything. You know, everything in that little stack is getting it. Except that guy that insists on smashing our barricades to shit, of course. He wants to continue and smash. And still just cycling the old mana. It's a little bit laborious compared to the crossbow's headshot stun. I think, you know, some say that the crossbow is the you know, more difficult weapon to use, where I just disagree. I think that there's nothing easier than the headshot. I became a big fan of the headshot stun in the first game, so I just naturally stuck with it, I guess. But I can definitely, from using the vampire gauntlets successfully through this endless round here, I definitely see the value in them. It's definitely easier to add that combo point than spraying into it with the crossbow. And that's really what the game's all about, is the combos, so. The high scoring aspect of the game, of course. If somebody wanted to on this map, they could put together an ungodly survival strategy that would be ridiculous. Who knows what wave you could eventually get to. But it would indeed be ridiculous. The Yetis are tough. I tell you, the easiest way to deal with some of these guys out of the newer weapons is definitely that stone staff. But it's a mana hog, and if you're gonna combine it with a wind belt, you can't. It doesn't work. You blow through your mana. And here we just got too many Yetis. They're putting a hurting on us. And we were, you know, we got quite a few of them down. We were doing real well. That's one of the other fun things about this map, is you can lay down such a ridiculously high score, but it doesn't take you all day to do the match. It makes the big combo and matches fun. Alright, and there we have it. Passages. We completed Wave 20. 99,977,000. Wow. 22,383 points away from 100 million. But anyway, impressive run nonetheless. See our breakdown there. We were able to lock in some 15x combos. Helped us get that ridiculously high score. But thanks again for watching another Juiced Gaming Orcs Must Die 2 Endless video. Thank you, Cheetah. I appreciate it. And by all means, click that like button, subscribe to the channel. There will be a lot more Orcs Must Die and other games coming real soon. Thanks for watching.